Hello friends, and welcome back again. I can't believe I've been on YouTube for 3 years, and it's been an amazing 3 years. I appreciate all of your comments, all of your views, all of your subscriptions. Every week I look forward to making a new video for you. I love the feedback I've been getting, and I hope to do this for many years to come. And I hope you enjoy tuning in every week and listening to me rant and ramble about all sorts of unusual things. Last year I talked about videos I wanted to make. Some of those I did over the course of last year. Others I didn't get to, like Thrilling Cities. But I put those on the agenda for this year, so hopefully that will happen. But today I thought, let's do something a little different. Something we've kind of covered without comment since I first started the channel. You may recall, I love to wear Beach Boys shirts. And I thought, what if I went through and talked about all of my Beach Boys shirts? Mostly going to focus on my t-shirts today. I won't look at things like my sweaters, my jackets, accessories, things like that. Not really what I want to cover today, but I feel like these are an integral part of my channel, and we've never really discussed them at length. So I thought I'd make a fun, interesting video for a 3-year anniversary today. Of course, we'll also lump in Brian Wilson shirts and other sort of related wear as well. I do hope you enjoy it as a slight change of pace. No worries if you're here for movies though, because we'll be getting into the back half of the 1940s Oscar winners very soon, along with the top 3 Curly Joe Dorita films, and I'll have a very special video on the LA Light album coming up soon as well as Gary Lewis and the Playboys. You don't have to paint me a picture. So I hope you tune in for at least some of those. Love seeing you. Let's get into the shirts, shall we? Now granted, I'm not usually a person who'd ask for sartorial advice. This shirt came from Urban Pipeline, but I bought it for $3 at a thrift store. But I thought, well, with Beach Boys t-shirts, maybe I'm a little more qualified than with fancy tailored wear, Let's jump in with the most unique Beach Boys shirt I own, an original 1984 World Tour Beach Boys t-shirt. A man my father knew had attended a concert on this tour and picked up this shirt, and he gave it to me at the cost of a case of Miller High Life. So I was very happy he was willing to part with it. Still fits pretty good, little threadbare, but it's so fun to wear, and it's nice to have an original Beach Boys article of clothing from the 1980s. Pretty cool. The first Beach Boys t-shirt I ever got, my parents actually bought for me. They found it at a used clothing store while they were on vacation. Pretty plain front end there, but this is from their 2001 World Tour. Woody on the back, dates there at the bottom. I wore this to my first Beach Boys concert that I attended too. It's a little bland, I think. I'm not a big fan of brown for a Beach Boys t-shirt, but it's cool to have, and I like the Woody on it. One that looks vintage but is not. I know I've talked about this shirt on this channel before. At Brian Wilson concerts they used to sell a replica of his Help Me Rhonda shirt. And I talked about when I bought this, and there's one of my concert videos on YouTube, I say this too. The sleeves are such a weird length. I can't tell if they're supposed to be short sleeves or long sleeves. They're kind of in the middle. Really cool. Of course, there's pictures from the 70s of Brian wearing a shirt like this. Nothing on the back, as you can see. Always a fun one to wear whenever Al Jardine's performing. And then he does Help Me Rhonda, and everybody looks at my shirt. Sounds good to me. This next one is also a fairly new one. The front first. See the big 32 there? On the back we got Little Deuce Coupe. Not using really the album cover per se, but we all recognize that car. Very iconic stuff. Nice to have when the car medley starts. You'll be thinking about the back of your shirt and how cool you must look. The first t-shirt I ever bought at a concert, even though it was the Unleash the Love tour, they were still trying to unload Wild Honey merch from the previous tour. Apparently maybe people thought this shirt was too loud or something. I really like the bright yellow. I think it's very summery and fun, but there's the Wild Honey World Tour list of dates on the back. Always a fun one to wear. And I love Wild Honey. And I like that I have an album cover on the front of the shirt. Another one from that same time period. This one I bought online though. because they weren't selling it at concerts. Aren't you glad each day becomes something new? Tell me you know what I mean. Whenever I wore this when I was teaching, my students would raise their hand and say, "Aren't you glad?" That kind of thing. So I don't often wear t-shirts when I teach, but in the summertime I kind of have to. Alright, next one up. This is one that I think is a tie-in with the Wild Honey Tour. There's nothing on the back to indicate that. I think I bought this one online too because it was on clearance. They must have had trouble selling a lot of their Wild Honey stuff, but this cool stained glass design, you can see the Beach Boys mixed in there. It's a really nice looking shirt. And we forget too that the B from Wild Honey is from a stained glass window. So it makes sense they kind of take that motif and run with it. So the first Brian Wilson show I went to was a Christmas concert, but they were trying to unload stuff left over from the Pet Sounds tour that had happened previously. So my first Brian Wilson concert I went to, bought a Pet Sounds shirt. You can see the list of dates on the back there. Brian, of course, does not tour anymore. I was glad I was able to see him as many times as I did. Yeah. I also don't trust Brian Wilson's online store because I've ordered stuff a long time ago from there and they never fulfilled the order, saying that they had changed vendors and it was the previous vendor's responsibility, but those vendors never got back to my messages, so I never got my merch. So even though the Ding Dang pop-up store was very tempting, I didn't buy anything from it. Alright, let's look at some Christmas shirts. Merry Christmas, baby. My favorite Beach Boys Christmas song. This was from their very short 2019 tour. I bought this online. I think it was on sale after Christmas. They didn't even come anywhere near my neck of the woods, as you can see from that tiny list of tour dates. It is cool to have this one though. Always good to wear to a Christmas show. But an even better one, and one I bought during their Reason for the Season tour. I bought this at the concert in Erie, Pennsylvania. Christmas album image on the front there, just like the album cover. Dates on the back there. Always wear this one at Christmas time. And we have like Christmas sweater day at school. I usually wear this, even though it's not a sweater. Still pretty cool and very festive. Don't want my shirts to fall over everywhere. And a long sleeve one. Again, I'm leaving like sweaters and jackets and accessories off this list, but a Reason for the Season long sleeve one. This one I bought in Akron. Or excuse me, this was the 'Tis the Season tour with the Holiday Vibrations Orchestra. Not the Reason for the Season tour, excuse me. I always get that backwards. They both did songs from Mike Love's solo Christmas album. But that's a cool one to wear. Another perfect one for winter time. Mike Love, of course, does Christmas stuff. He also does summer stuff. So something I didn't have to include but opted to is Mike Love's sleeveless shirt there for 12 Sides of Summer. Hopefully that's showing up okay. I only wear this when I exercise or if it's like 95 degrees out. I don't do sleeveless stuff very much. I like to be covered up. But 12 Sides of Summer is something I said I'm going to discuss on this channel. I never have, and I need to do that. So hopefully summer of 2025, I will get to that. 2021 gave us, of course, Feel Flows, the box set, the tour. You've probably seen me wear this shirt before. My cool tie-dye Feel Flows one there with the cover of the box set. Nothing on the back, sadly, but as it's tie-dye, I guess that's kind of okay. I do like that cover there with all the guys on it. And another one from that time. This is one of my favorites. Beach Boys 2021. At the bottom there you see Feel Flows. I bought this one at the concert in Youngstown, Ohio. This is when they were still doing backstage passes, but before Club Kokomo. It's really cool always to go backstage and talk to Mike and Bruce, and always get some good anecdotes out of that. Next one coming at ya, Brian Wilson's last concerts in 2022. You might recall if you watch my concert reviews, I did the VIP package. We were promised a Long Promised Road shirt. Instead we got Angry Brian Wilson on tie-dye, which was kind of the icon of the tour, like the lanyard had this image, that kind of thing. Not a huge fan of that picture. I don't think it's a very flattering one of Brian. Even though it's a tour shirt too, the back is blank. I like ones that list the dates and stuff on the back. I think that looks a little cooler. Kind of a miscellaneous one I picked up at a concert. Nothing on the back of this one either, but another tie-dye one. We have the Appeal to the Great Spirit, one of their logos. We kind of don't think of right away, maybe with the Beach Boys, but they use that as an icon. And of course, a nice Brian solo shirt. Bought that at one of his concerts. Brian Wilson. I bumped into a guy who was with his family, and I was wearing this shirt, and he was like, "Oh, I wish I'd bought that one, and this and that, and well, I really wanted a Brian Wilson t-shirt," and his wife and children were just sitting there rolling their eyes, so I have a feeling Dad must get up in everybody's face no matter where he goes. I don't know. Sail on Sailor, there was several interesting releases there in terms of merch and accessories and shirts. Here's my Sail on Sailor t-shirt. It's a really good picture of the group. I think I bought this on their website, as there was like a sale on Sail on Sailor stuff. This is one you'll definitely recognize. I wear this one a lot. My long sleeve Sail on Sailor shirt. Nice and warm too. Not quite a sweatshirt, but definitely thicker. I like to wear that one. See it in several videos. Of course, we know last couple summers I've been able to go see the Beach Boys. So, Sounds of Summer 60th Anniversary Tour shirt. This one I think I got in Chautauqua last summer. You might recall it was a great show, barring many, many inebriated people in the audience. They kind of ruined a few moments there. I have a whole video on that you can check out. This one is a little bit older, I think. This is the America's Band shirt. I bought this, I think, in Salamanca, New York. But it's a pretty nice one. I do like that design. It's kind of retro and very patriotic. Couple more to go. This one I bought recently at a concert. Kind of just an old school photo. Has a nice design on it. I think John Bolton, the drummer, I think he wears this one when he plays, that kind of thing. It's a nice shirt. I like that. I like to use kind of a retro picture. And lastly for today, my most recent one, and my least favorite of all the tour t-shirts, because on the back there's nothing. You would think with the America's Band tour and all that, there'd be something on the back, but you'd be wrong. So do you have any cool Beach Boys tour memories or t-shirts? Please talk about your favorite articles of clothing and accessories below. And I hope to see you in all of 2025 and beyond. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Always appreciate having you here. You've made this very fulfilling. Made this a wonderful experience for me, and I can't thank you enough. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time. So long!